think, if we have time for it. Let me check. It is 6:10. Okay, yeah, we're good. So we have Elsterbert. Remember when I was talking about...
Game paused.
Whatever this guy's name is. Stukov. Yeah.
Game resumed.
Okay. So we got Stukov going on versus Kerrigan. This is going to be an interesting one because the Mutalisks are not going to be actually that strong in this circumstance. The huge number of infested Marines that are going to be able to fight. And remember that when infested Marines tag something, they do a pretty nifty damage over time effect once you get that upgrade. That's going to make things a little bit more rough for Kerrigan. Additionally, Kerrigan, her ability to dash through things, I mean, she can do some pretty wicked DPS to hordes of units. However, the infinite hordes, when you dash into things, you're put in a very vulnerable position. Is Elsterbert going to be able to get enough units out quickly enough in order to overwhelm Kerrigan? Where is this going? I don't understand this game. I don't understand this entire concept. Okay. It's going over there. No problem. I think Kerrigan can be overwhelmed. And if Kerrigan the hero goes down, the character or the faction Kerrigan really does suffer a lot of damage as a result. Until Kerrigan is back online, her forces are pretty weak comparatively. There's also a lot of powerful cooldowns on Elsterbert's side. I think the Apocalypse basically is a fight winner. No matter where it gets spawned, no matter what it fights against, it seems to just have that power. Everybody has to try it once. I'm really looking forward to the meta where people just blindly put their command center over here and then Full Heart like decides to burrow the drone over here instead or something. It would be really stupid, but I feel like we're going to get there eventually. That would be fantastic. I don't know if a command center can walk across or down a ramp. That is an incredibly interesting question that I feel like the answer is actually no. And it might be painful to learn the answer. Oh, interesting. So this is something that we haven't actually seen yet. A non-traditional way of playing, emphasis on the non-traditional way of playing Stukov, where there's a tech lab on this factory. He's going to be going for what looks like probably... Nope, he's not going for that anymore. He's decided against it. Very interesting. And he has the starport. I don't even know what infested liberators do, really. Is he going mass queens? Is this a thing? Brood queens? He's getting an upgrade, and I don't know what this upgrade is. I just haven't played enough Stukov. Did Elsterbert attack? Elsterbert. Okay. He's burrowing that, and he's making a bunch of infested queens. And this is some queen upgrade, I assume. Elsterbert pulling his infested back. That's good. He made a mistake. That's okay. I don't think he killed anything with it. So all it did was annoy Kerrigan. And it is the 4-minute mark. The infested are out. Is Kerrigan going to be able to actually get anything done? Is she going to be able to get into the main base? Doesn't look like it. Whoa, those queens do a lot of damage. Whoa. Is that the Broodling ability? I can't really tell. But that thing spammed could actually be pretty legit. Does Elsterbert know something that we don't? What is this ability? Broodling does 500 damage and it hits heroic targets. Whoa! Elstubert, the creative Meister, is able to force things away. Unfortunately, his worker production is having a bit of a problem. And he doesn't have his compound upgraded or anything. His guys are pulled back. And he's not pushing in any direction. I feel like he has some momentum that you can get on. Oh, maybe. The mutas aren't on the field. Full Heart doesn't actually have anything besides Kerrigan. I think there could be a time here. I really just wish these infested were going across the map. They should not be rallied to this command center. Kerrigan is going to move in. She might have her ultimate ready now. I can't no, it's not ready. And she pulls back. She knows that's a lot of power on the board. No. He's just not putting that pressure on. The mutas are going to be coming out eventually, though. And how do queens do against mutas? I don't actually know. I think that both units have an anti-air attack that is pretty strong, but the muta is much more dedicated combatant. The Alexander, though, does have the ability to grab a ton of mutas and mind control them for a bit. That could turn the tide of any air-based battle. And Elstubert has finally got his infested moving across the map. If only he was scouting, because this hidden base is so vulnerable. It would go down in seconds if it were found. An Apocalypse, no problem. Even just a couple of these infested being rallied over here would kill it. Instead, Full Heart is going to get a huge number of mutas uncontested. And no infested Marines in this force means that there's no way for these infested to do any damage either, because the mutas finally are out. This is rough. This is very, very rough. Elstubert's saturation is nice, though. 41 workers trying to get this third base up once again. He has good map vision. He's seeing these guys coming across with his infested. He should be able to be in position, or he's going to get pulled out of position by Kerrigan, maybe? No. How good is his rapid fire ability with these Brood Queens? Is he going to be able to melt through a Kerrigan? Is Kerrigan going to have to get out of there? It looks like she is. Oh, man. Like ships passing in the night. Now Kerrigan is moving over to this place, looking for an expansion. Isn't going to be able to find it. And Elstubert is moving to the top right of the map. Oh, this movement is so awkward by both players. Once again, Stukov trying to get that third base. And still, this hidden base is absolutely devastating. Oh, it looks like Kerrigan is going to use her ultimate, kill all the queens in one hit, and is now going to jump on top of all of these Diamondbacks. Oh, there's the Apocalypse. It is going to be able to push Kerrigan back. However, that was a huge amount of losses. Elstubert did not have the APM to get his Broodlings off before that Kerrigan ultimate landed. It was a cool idea, but it just didn't work in practice. Kerrigan has the mobility. This is what I was talking about earlier, where if you can outmaneuver the Apocalypse, then you can't actually get killed by it. It's very, very slow. Kerrigan actually getting trapped right here is going to have to burn. Kerrigan goes down. This could be a time for Elstubert, but he doesn't have much remaining, and this Mutaflock is huge. Oh, he's got to fire his Apocalypse missiles. He does get a couple shots. The Alexander is now coming in, mind controlling these Mutalisks. They're absorbing hits and getting killed. However, it does look like he's going to lose his command center. That is so many mind controls, though. Whoa! Taking out an astonishingly large amount of this Mutaflock. All of it's dying. The queens are out on the field, too. This is a lot of queens, and they have a lot of energy. Was he using... Does the queen have a consume ability? Is that what that is? Did the queens just consume all of those mind-controlled Mutalisks? Oh, queen spawn with full energy? Okay. Well, that's not as cool as what I thought it was, because that would have been the coolest thing ever. I'm sorry, I really don't know what the queen does. Because it's not the same as the Brood War Queen. These Liberators do anti-air damage. A lot of these queens, a good fungal growth is going to be able to damage these mutas a ton. Are the queens going to be able to keep getting their shots off? No, he's not casting. There we go. He is going to be able to take some of them down, but enough of the mutas have lived and are on top of everything. Kerrigan getting overwhelmed by these broodlings, but is not going to be able to get through her shield generation. Diamondbacks do a lot of damage and can snare the air targets, but not when there's so many of them. Full Heart once again getting these Mutalisks and getting on top of his opponent. He really does seem to have this Kerrigan play mapped out, and if you are not perfectly efficient, he is going to crush you with it every time. Once again, well played by Full Heart.